flying conditions were not optimal that day. We had a strong wind down the runway, which is not the worst flying conditions, but it was a little choppy and the wind was variable.
We decided we just may go to lunch at the Flying Star. And so I said we had at least a couple or 3 hours, because if they're flying the plane, it takes, you know, quite a while. I think they left about 12:30.
The plane is a SIG 4-star 60, constructed in 2001 by Richard J. DePrima, powered by an OS-61 Glow engine. This plane was last flown in approximately 2006.
And did you actually build the airplane?
Yeah, I did.
When was the airplane built?
2001.
The airframe was in fair condition, hadn't been flown in many years. However, I gave it a once-over and determined all the structure was sound. Some of the servo connections had shown signs of age, such as corrosion of the wires, a little bit of dry rot on the insulation. However, a range test was conducted on the Spectrum AR7000 receiver. The fuel, however, was sitting around for about 7 years in the garage in a closed container. Initial testing of the engine was positive. The engine started right up on the first try after a little bit of priming, so we felt comfortable going up with that fuel and with that equipment that day.
I knew that Rick probably would be able to fly.
And when did you last fly the plane?
2007.
What did you think when you saw the plane fly again?
I was delighted.
On takeoff, the plane felt a little bit sluggish. That's partially due to the increased weight of the airframe. The airframe had been involved in multiple crashes earlier and was repaired multiple times with wood that was a little bit more dense than the balsa and ply originally supplied with the kit. So the airplane was a little bit heavy, also possibly because of anomalies in the fuel not creating maximum thrust.
When you saw the plane crash, what did you think?
There goes my 4-star.
I heard a sputtering of the engine. The engine later died. I attempted to land the aircraft dead stick, however we just didn't have the proper glide slope to reach the airstrip.
It crashed.
The first steps in investigating the crash site, as always, is to identify the 4 corners of the aircraft. That is, each corner of the wing and the 2 corners of the horizontal stabilizer. We noticed there was a vertical post with some covering attached to it. This appeared to be from the aircraft wing, so we did determine that the left wing impacted the post and was removed from the aircraft. We noticed that the debris pattern was in a straight line, actually was about 20 feet long, so we concluded that the aircraft impacted terrain at a high rate of speed.
And what did you think when you saw the plane?
That they probably couldn't fix it, probably needed to trash it. That's what I thought.
The plane responded to the controls when it was flying as expected. There was a little bit of sluggishness, however, no anomalies in the controls were detected. The plane did everything I asked it to. So we did determine that the left wing impacted the post. That theory is supported by two other facts. We found that wing piece at the beginning of the debris pattern. We also noticed that impact with the post turned the aircraft 180 degrees, and that's why it was facing the opposite direction.
When you saw the plane broken up, what did you think the cause of crash was?
Pilot error.